My question for Stephen A. Smith is, how is he relatable to us? How? Because I don't know many black men or black people who could have 91 felonies and still pursue the highest office in the land.
Yo, what's up? This bruh man from the fifth floor, and you tuned in to Forgotten Kings TV.
Last week, Stephen A. Smith made headlines after claiming black people relate to Donald Trump because of his recent legal issues. As we all know, Trump is currently on trial after being indicted last year with a total of 91 felony charges. Okay, according to Trump, he wants to run for office this year, so of course, Stephen A. Smith was asked to come on Fox to give his thoughts and opinion on the recent increase in, supporters in the black community, specifically black men. Apparently, these polls, they have a 30% increase when it comes to black men supporting Donald Trump as he runs for office this year. Okay, again, he's currently on the Trump hush money trial. All right, so, after hearing what Stephen A. Smith had to say, a lot of people became offended immediately, right? People went as far as to ask ESPN to take this man's job. I mean, that's how bad it's gotten. And recently, Stephen A. Smith went on his show to apologize while also referencing some of the, articles and polls that he gathered when making his statement on Fox News. Like I said, this is Stephen A. Smith's reason for why he made these claims, and still people are not feeling his apology. All right, moments ago, comedian Hughley, he took to IG to respond to Stephen A. Smith's comments about black people relating to Donald Trump because of his recent legal issues. Now, of course, as we all know, Hughley, he supports Democrats, okay? So this is more so Republicans versus Democrats. We understand this is that time of year, election season. And of course, people are now going to show you their true colors, right? We have those that's placed in media to give you their compromised perspective. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of people have just lost faith in the political system, right? You got to choose between Biden and Donald Trump. I mean, this is when we in a tough situation here. But again, y'all let me know. What are your thoughts on Stephen A. Smith and this controversy over his comments about black people relating to Donald Trump? And also, do you agree with D.L. Hughley's response to Stephen A. Smith's comments? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. But again, that's all I got for y'all today. My name is SenseiRip. Till next time. Peace.
I say something that will probably be termed the most uncomfortable thing that I've ever had to articulate out of my mouth from a political perspective. But I got to tell you something. As much as people may have been abhorred by Donald Trump's statement weeks ago, talking about how black folks, he's hearing that black folks find him relatable because what he's going through is similar to what black Americans have gone through, he wasn't lying. He was telling the truth. When you see the law enforcement, the court system, and everything else being exercised against him, it is something that black folks throughout this nation can relate to.
Last week, Stephen A. Smith said that he believes, on Fox News actually, which, everybody knows, is a bastion for support of black people, particularly Sean Hannity. But on Fox News, he says that black people relate to Donald Trump because of his legal problems. At the same time, you'll have John Legend, who says that Donald Trump is racist to his core. And he gave examples of him being racist. Examples like refusing to rent to black people and the other racist things that he has done throughout his appearance on the national scene. What is interesting is that both those men have different viewpoints because that's what happens. As a race of people, we have 40 million people with all divergent opinions, and they're not the same. They don't have to line up. But they are generally informed by the people that we surround ourselves with. So if one believes that Donald Trump is racist to his core, he surrounds himself with people that probably reflect that mindset. If Stephen A. Smith believes that Donald Trump is relatable because of his criminality, he probably surrounds himself with people that have that mindset. What I find interesting is how Stephen A. Smith could believe that black people were able to relate to Donald Trump. Now, there have been any number of black men and women who've gone to jail because of their viewpoints, because of their activism, because of the unjust legal system. As a matter of fact, when people on the right point out how many black people go to jail for murder, they also forget to point out that half of the people who are exonerated for those very murders are black. So we go and we get exonerated far more than anybody else. Donald Trump, my question for Stephen A. Smith is, how is he relatable to us? How? Because I don't know many black men or black people who could have 91 felonies and still pursue the highest office in the land. I don't know many black people that could run for president on bail. I don't know very many people who have suppositioned the Supreme Court and put 3 of those judges on that court. I don't know many black people who are going to trial with a judge that they appointed. So exactly how can we relate to each other? It is insulting to conflate what Donald Trump is going through at his own hand and what has happened to people who fight for freedom and justice all across the country and who deal with prejudice and bias that give them longer sentences for the same crimes. Activism, I think what has happened to black people is a direct conflict to what Donald Trump's white privilege. How do you conflate those two? Donald Trump is a rapist, a convicted rapist. Do you relate to that? And it's interesting because he said black people relate to Donald Trump. Do they relate to Puffy? He would never say that because what Stephen A. Smith tends to do is to lionize white men's bad behavior and to excoriate it from black men. Remember when Dana White slapped the hell out of his wife and Stephen A. all but did a love letter interview with him? And then a week later, Dana White had power slap on. Remember how Stephen A. Smith went on TV and said how Donald Trump isn't racist? Because I think that what happens is you're a reflection of the people and the mindset of the people you surround yourself with. The things that you hear, the things that are in your zeitgeist, in your orbit. And to me, I could never relate to a man like Donald Trump. But what is it in him that does? What is it in him that finds Donald Trump so alluring and so relatable that you say, well, we get what he's going through. It is at his own. Donald Trump lied on financial forms, which I know people have gone to jail for right now. He lied to get more money. There are black people all over the country who fill out those financial forms accurately and still can't get those loans. Donald Trump is not a young man. He's an almost 80-year-old man who's still engaging in crime. Matter of fact, 3 of the crimes he's involved with right now happened when he was in his 70s. So what black person would you allow to be committing crimes at his 70s and you still relate to them? He lionizes behavior from powerful white men and he excoriates it from black people. What is it in him that you think black people relate to? Because that conjures up the notion that we are all held swayed by criminality. We love criminals. We love, people that do grimy stuff. That isn't true, but that is a notion you perpetuate, particularly on Fox News. What is it about Donald Trump that you and your circle, you and the people in your sphere relate to? What is it you like? What is it you spark to? And I can't see how a man who has children, particularly daughters, would relate to a man who's a rapist, but obviously something in him sparks something in you. Because the truth of the matter is if you see a man like that and something in you find relatable, it says way more about you and your mindset than it ever will about him.
Hey guys, shop with my boy Chick Smooth at chicksmooth.shop.
Y'all know the MREC room etiquette? Peace, you now tuned in to MREC TV.
What if someone wasn't on protocol? There are consequences.
Down Kings of Comedy. This your boy, Reggie Curl, you know what I'm saying? This is my cousin, Stroncho, you know what I'm saying? We coming by.
No, I know me, old you fuck with lambskin condoms.
I don't even want my man to eat my because I eat meat from Aldi's. The f wrong with you? Aldi's, you shouldn't eat this. We don't know what the f that meat is. No!
For real, I heard a nigga get in prison. That's not the part about it. The part about it is he had the audacity to ask me why I ain't helping him. I said, it ain't no point of both of us get.
I step up, look him right in his eyes. He go to pat me down. Pop, 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 pop. $20, homeboy. I'm like, no sir!
First of all, can I ask y'all a personal question? Is this microphone really necessary at this
We knock y'all with punchline, punchline, punchline. You know how we turn. Give me a second.